Hey y'all, so this right here what I'm wearing is a 5x5 closure wig unit, okay, from my line, which is my hairline, which is called Lines Extensions. Now, I am a licensed cosmetologist and a certified hair loss practitioner. So a lot of people who wear any type of wigs with the closures or the frontals, anything that has lace, bleach the knots. People bleach the knots. But I'm here to tell you that as a professional and specialize in doing cranial prostheses. Oops. Oh, I made a mess, y'all. Made a mess. A whole mess. Oh my goodness. And it was wine. Y'all, this is my home salon. My work away from work. So when I don't go into the actual practice, I work from home. And I had to set up like my, salon, my practice. So yeah, but I'm gonna get that and get back to this. So right here, as you can see, I have cranial prostheses. So I'm gonna walk around this wine that I spilled, okay? Now all of these are cranial prostheses, including this unit right here. This is a traditional cranial prostheses, okay? Am I tracking this? Let me take these shoes off. So this is a cranial prosthesis and it is a lace base, okay? This is a cranial prosthesis as well, and this is a lace base. Now, I don't recommend bleaching the knots. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because over time, the hair will shed. Now, your natural hair is supposed to shed. Natural hair sheds. So what do you think artificial hair is gonna do? Even though this is virgin real hair, this hair did come off of someone's head, but it was put into the lace. So if you bleach the knots, as time go on, you are going to lose the longevity of the unit because the hair is going to shed out over time. Now, if you bleaching the knots and you're over processing the knots with the bleach by, using high volumes of lightener and letting the bleach sit on too long, then you over processing the knots and it's gonna fall out, period. So for me, what I like to do for my units and my clients who wear cranial prostheses. Cranial prostheses, by the way, are units, medical units for people with alopecia. So follow my page, you'll learn more about cranial prostheses, and yeah. So I like to use tinting spray, okay? I like to use these different types right here, these 3 brands, okay? This is what I like to use. So instead of bleaching the knots, use a tinting spray, okay? Or you can use foundation. Some people use concealer. Some people use crayons. Whatever works for you. But I personally, if you are looking for your units to last for a long time, I wouldn't recommend bleaching the knots. And then I don't like that orange tint that it leaves. Like, I don't like that. Like, it reminds me of a bag of Cheetos. I don't like the orange root. Like, I like my root to look natural. Now, another reason why my root looks natural is because I'm blonde under this wig and I don't have a cap on. So naturally, it's giving like a natural scalp, okay? But when I lift it up, as you can see, my hair is blonde, okay? This is an ash blonde. So it's naturally going to give it, a natural part. So if you got blonde hair, you can just do what I just did and put your unit on top, especially if it's a glueless wig and you're going to take it off anyway. But yeah, don't bleach your knots, y'all. Don't bleach your knots. Don't bleach them. Yeah. Just use a tint spray. Use your foundation, your concealer, crayons, whatever. I've seen people use crayons that looks like skin. Shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But as a professional, I'm telling you, Don't keep bleaching your knots if you are wanting for your units to last for a long time. You spend too much money to be bleaching knots. And if you bleach your knots, don't let it over process the knots. Don't let the bleach sit on the knots for a long time to the point that it's turning orange. No. If it's turning orange, put a toner on top of that so that can cast out the orange. I get that you're trying to, get your part to look natural like your skin, but people parts be looking like the Cheeto man from the bags of Cheetos, that whatever that thing is. Yeah, their parts be looking like that, but their skin don't match the part. And we want the part to look natural and look like our natural skin. Who is walking around with orange skin? Nobody. So, excuse my heel. It's so ashy. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Let me spray my heel. Y'all, by the way, make sure y'all go purchase our thermal protecting spray that I also use on my units. It's really light on the hair. It's a thermal protecting spray to protect the hair from the heat, and it's a spray shine as well. Oh, if you do silk presses, this is what you need right here. We'll have that silk press gleaming, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna spray my heel because it's real ashy. I don't like that. I'm embarrassed. Y'all ain't gonna be up there talking about me. But like I said, do not bleach your knots. And if you do, don't let that bleach sit on them knots for longer than 2 minutes. I wouldn't recommend, because that hair is going to begin to shed out over time, and you're going to start balding up in the frontal or the closure, and then you're going to have to replace it, or you might have to buy a whole new wig, especially if you purchase the wig that comes with the frontal or the closure. Like, you won't have to just buy a whole new wig, and don't nobody got time for that. So don't bleach the knots, period. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you did, don't go over processing the knots. And I'm telling you, as a licensed cosmetologist and a certified hair loss practitioner who service people with alopecia, you do not want your frontals or your closures to have alopecia because you over process the knots, okay? So thank you for watching.